And I'm Mr. Healy.
Or I'm Mrs. Dupree or something. And it's been my pleasure to collaborate with Mr. Healy and work with your kids for the last 12, we've had 12 sessions, so about 12 weeks, using drama. Oh, come on in. Well, we've turned the lights off. Why don't you sit right there? Okay. Anyone else coming in? They're using the restroom first. Okay. It's always good. So what we've done is we've used drama to explore a historical theme of Ellis Island. And Mr. Healy supported this with, you did all sorts of things.
We did little things. I did a lot of historical background with the kids, showed them some videos, taught them about Ellis Island and the things that went on during the Ellis Island too. So.
Yeah, and Ellis Island, well, you'll learn a lot about it, but there's a whole, lots of stories and history. And what we did was to ask the kids to look at their own stories of their history and people they might know, so that you might have had your kids coming to you asking questions about their relatives. And then we took our imaginations, so we took history and imagination, and we created a piece that explores what it was like to travel through Ellis Island and come to America. Some of the things you'll see that we do in this play, we have over here a shadow screen. We talked about the idea of taking an image or an idea and translating it into a shadow. So drama uses a lot of different ways to convey an idea, and the shadow screen is one. We also use, at the very end of the piece, you'll see a sort of an abstract movement piece where we took a gesture from a story. Someone had a relative that loved to put little raincoats on their dog. So we took this gesture and we created a movement piece overlapping with other people's gestures as well. And also we did a lot of work on the characters. Each one of them has researched a character. We created a birth certificate for this character. We looked at the map where they came from. We looked at the boat log. Yep,
we looked at boat logs. And actually, if you ask your kids any question about their character, in character, they'd probably be able to answer your questions, because they are the characters.
We spent 1 hour and a half, our classes were 90 minutes, where they became their character for almost the whole time. And we went back in time to their happiest day, their saddest day, their proudest moment. And I know Mr. Healy and I felt so privileged. We watched your kids acting out these moments, and it brought tears. Some of those moments brought tears to my eyes. And when they talked about these lives, it's so rich. So what we create today is a performance. We know the beginning, middle, and end, and it's very structured. But some of the monologues that they have are somewhat improvised. These kids know their characters inside and out. As Mr. Healy said, we asked them what's their favorite color, they would tell you. Now, some of them have added accents. They have these wonderful costumes. So this is an exploration, and I'm so proud of these kids. And I'm so glad you're here to witness this original piece of theater that they have created and devised and will now perform for you. Please join me in welcoming the cast.
Hello, everyone. I'm Eliza May here, reporting from Liverpool, England. My report is on immigration. Immigration means to come to a new country or region, and many people came to America to settle there.
Rolling on the big blue ocean, sick with worry, fear, and doubt.
Hopping from there and then to hoping for here and now. Spirits sailing to new harbors where dreams fly.
Ellis Island!
Ellis Island, that's just what I wanted to talk about. Ellis Island was a place of new beginnings for the immigrants coming to America. It was located near New York City and opened its gates in 1892 to 1954. Over 11,000 people came through each day.
Away from war we go. From poverty we run.
Let's start over. Let's go back. And Emily. away from war we go.
Boom. No.
No!
To jobs we go.
From persecution we run.
The one persecution came, so put persecution back to the head.
From famine we go.
To freedom.
Mine!
Mine!
From poverty we leave.
Please, 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 please!
To a sweet life. A sweet life.
How did people get to Ellis Island, you may ask? Well, by boat, of course. There was first class and steerage.
First class this way!
First class was very nice, comfortable, and enjoyable.
First class this way!
But steerage was hot, cramped, and very terrifying.
Steerage this way!
I wonder what it was like on the boat.
It was a nightmare from the moment we got on it. That is true, that is true. My name is Arpad Delmoki. I come from Putnak, Hungary. I have left my wife, Amalia, and my child to go to America. But I had joined the Hungarian Navy while in Hungary, and they promoted me, which was not the promotion that I wanted. They wanted me to kill the deserters. Oh! I could not do that, so I went on Ellis Island, but I snuck on the boat to go to Ellis Island. I snuck on it, I had to climb the ropes, escape from the guards. It was a nightmare.
Right, you cheater. At least you got to sneak on. We had to go through the lines. The name is Keely McAllen Quigley, by the way.
The lines were horrible. They were rushing and bustling and pushing. It was so loud, I could barely think.
Right? They were having extreme troubles with all the communication going on. But we didn't have any trouble, did we?
Something tells me that you did not have any trouble because you did not care what anyone else was saying.
But you know what the worst part was? The food!
I agree. There was a little girl, no younger than 3. The bread was so hard that she had to throw it off the boat.
Blame her? I wouldn't blame her at all. What stuff they give us, that brown mouche they called salmon. I'd rather throw her to the fish.
That was not salmon.
Right? Let them eat their own.
Well, let me tell you, sleeping was an issue for me because I had to sleep in the boiler room to stay away from the guards. It was noisy, it was crowded, it was hot, it was cramped. Oh,
Hey, it was all that where we were sleeping too. And people were getting sick. It smelled horrible in there.
Right? I didn't have any trouble sleeping. I'm an old lady. I sleep standing up.
Well, I didn't sleep at all that night. It was so crowded and hot, and it was so small. I was on the top bunk, so I was squished like this all night.
That's absolutely terrible.
Right, and when we finally got to Ellis Island and I saw the statue, I got all jittery. What if they sent me back? I mean, I've been going mad on this boat for all the reasons you know.